Alright guys, so it's time to go ahead and get started writing your creative writing final drafts. You're going to do that in the Google Doc that I have set up for you in Google Classroom. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. I have already set up your font. It is Times New Roman. I've already set up the correct font size, 12 points. And I have also already set up your line spacing to be double spaced. So you shouldn't have to change any of that. When you get in, all you should have to do is start typing and putting things in. I've also put some of your instructions here. One of the things that I want you to keep in mind is that as you're typing your story, when you get to the end of a paragraph, you simply need to hit enter. So, for example, let's say I'm starting a new paragraph. I'm going to hit tab to indent my paragraph. This is the start to my next paragraph. Blah, blah, blah. I'm telling my story here. So, going on. Once you are done, you only need to hit enter one time. So as soon as you finish the sentence, you hit enter once. It'll take you down. You'll hit tab again to start your next paragraph, and you'll go from there. Okay? So there should be the same amount of space between paragraphs as there is between sentences. So keep that in mind. Once you have finished your final draft, I want you to go back through and do the following. You're going to highlight your examples of sensory language. Remember, you should have a total of 25, 5 for each sentence. So to highlight, here's what you do. All of your examples of sight need to be in blue. So you're going to go back through. You're going to click and highlight, select your example. Then you're going to go up here at the top where we've got this box that says text color. When you click on that over here, you've got an option that says highlight. You're going to click on the highlight option and you're going to select blue. And you can see here that it has gone ahead and has highlighted that area in blue. Now you can't really see the font because of the fact that the font itself is blue, but your font should be black, so it'll be okay, it'll show up. So you'll do sight in blue, sound in red, touch in yellow, smell in green, and taste in orange. Next, you're going to go through and find your protagonist's name. You're going to put their name in bold. To do this, you're going to, again, highlight their name. Then up here at the top, you've got this bold letter B. You click on that and it's going to put it in bold for you. You only need to do this once. You only need to use it the first time that you use the character's name. So don't worry about going in and putting it in bold every single time. Next, you're going to underline your antagonist's name. So again, you highlight the name, go up here to the top, click on the U with the line underneath it to underline, and you're good to go. Again, you're only going to do it the first time you use it, and you only do this once. You're going to put your major conflict in italics. So whenever you have parts that discuss the major conflict in the story, you're going to highlight it up here between bold and underline. You've got your italicized I, so you're going to click on that, and it's going to put it in italics for you. Next, you're going to highlight the following parts of your plot. You're going to highlight your exposition in pink. You're going to highlight your climax in light blue. Make sure it's a different shade. It's got to be obviously different from sight. And then your resolution in purple. Okay? For your setting, you're going to change any of the descriptions of setting to red. So you will highlight wherever you talk about the setting. And then you're going to go back up here to the same area where you would select your color to highlight, but instead of selecting highlight, you're going to select text. And then you're going to select the red color from there, and it'll change your font color. You are not highlighting the setting. You are simply changing the font color to red. And then at the very end of your story, you need to, we're going to say hit enter twice and write out the theme of your story. So make sure that it's clear. You can do something like theme and then put what your theme is here. Okay? So make sure that by the time you have finished your draft, you have done all of that that's in here. You also need to make sure that when you're finished, you need to hit the turn in button. If you go into Google Classroom, next to your assignment, there will be that blue button that says turn in. You have to hit the turn in button so I know that it's ready. If you don't hit the turn in button, I'm not going to know that it's finished. I'm not going to grade it. So make sure that you're doing that. Also, in your Google Classroom, you have a copy of the rubric that I'm using to grade this final draft. Make sure that you look at that rubric as you write your final draft so you can make sure you're hitting all of those points and you can be, make sure that you're going to get the best possible grade that you can get. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you have a question about your final draft and you're not at school, feel free to email me. I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible, but I can't guarantee it. Make sure you're getting this done. Make sure you're following the directions. And if you have questions, please ask.